Welcome along. We begin our roundup of week 22 at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy, where Lille returned to the summit of Ligue 1 Uber Eats with a narrow victory over Dijon. 21-year-old Sven Botman's played every minute this season. He's the youngest player in Europe's top 5 leagues to have done so, and he almost gave Lille an early lead here. A brilliant save from Anthony Rassiopi. But this was the game's key moment. Bruno Okwele-Manga caught in two minds and dispossessed by Yusuf Yuzuja. The Turkey international took care of the rest, skipping past Rassiopi and tucking away his first goal since the reverse fixture in December. That one enough for the victory, and Lille are now 2 points ahead of Lyon, 3 clear of PSG. Lyon claimed a rather fortunate win over Bordeaux. Laurent Koscielny inadvertently setting up Karl Toko Ekambi for the opener. He's into double figures for the season. But the Girondins improved after the break, and they equalised when Rémi Oudin crossed for Samuel Kalou, an emphatic finish for his first goal since October. There was nothing Anthony Lopez could do about that one, but he later made a key save from Oudin before Léo Dubois came up with a stunning late winner. This 92nd minute rocket even got the seal of approval from Nasser on social media. Definitely one of the goals of the season as it finished 2-1. Well, you'd have got long odds on Lorient beating the champions PSG, but that's exactly what happened at Le Moustoir. Boosted by a spectacular win over Dijon in midweek, Lorient went ahead through their captain Laurent Abogel, sweeping into the top corner after some dilly-dallying at the back from PSG. Mauricio Pochettino's side missing the creative influence of Marco Verratti after he tested positive for COVID-19, but they were level by half-time. Hubolang Mendes fouling Neymar, and the Brazilian stroked in a cool spot kick for his 5th of the campaign. Paris then picked up where they left off in the second half. Another penalty with Mendes once again the guilty party. This time he tripped Mauro Icardi. Neymar versus Mathieu Dreyer, take 2, and the same results, 2-1 to PSG. But Lorient drew level 10 minutes from time thanks to Yohan Wissa. A neat 1-2 with Terem Moffi, resisting the tackle from Presnel Kimpembe, and a great finish as well, joining Neymar on 6 for the season. And Lorient came up with the final flourish in injury time. Abogel with the long ball for Moffi, and Kimpembe never looked like catching up. He becomes the first player in the club's history to score in 5 consecutive top-flight games. Lorient beat PSG for the first time since 2011. Monaco are 3 points off the podium after keeping up their perfect start to 2021. Niko Kovac's men getting the better of Nantes to make it 5 straight wins. The struggling Canaries held fast until just before half-time when Guillermo Marapan nodded in his 4th goal in 5 games. Not bad for a central defender. Wissam Ben Yedder had a goal ruled out on the hour mark, but a minute later Monaco doubled their lead anyway. Cao Henrique with a glorious ball over the top for Kevin Folland, number 11 of the campaign for the German. Well, Nantes later had their captain Nicolas Pallois sent off, but they pulled one back through Renaud. A nicely worked free kick routine, but they are winless in 13 games. There were goals galore at the Stade Francis Leblay, where Metz stubbornly refused to be outdone by Brest. Franck Honorat put Brest ahead on 33 minutes with a very nicely struck effort from the edge of the area. Metz's response, though, even more impressive. How about this for a glorious free kick from Farid Boulaya? A fantastic way for him to get his 5th goal of the season, his 2nd from a direct free kick. Brest restored their lead just after half-time. A towering header from Steve Mounier at the back post to set up Irvin Cardona. He hadn't scored since the reverse fixture in November. But Metz back on level terms on 73 minutes as Pape Sarr netted his very first goal in Ligue 1 Uber Eats. That took a slight deflection off the man on the floor, Roniel Pierre-Gabriel. The visitors then struck twice in the closing stages to secure a 3rd straight win. Wagner slipping through to Papa Yad as Frédéric Antonetti's substitutes made a key impact. Wagner then won and converted a late penalty, rounding out a 4-2 win for Metz and sending them 6th. Whisper it quietly, but they may just be turning into European contenders. Lens are also exceeding expectations, up in 7th, having got the better of Montpellier. A defensive mix-up allowing Cheikh Doucouré to fire Lens into an early lead, arrowing into the bottom corner. Gaël Kakuta then doubled the visitors' lead on 67 minutes with a brilliant strike from distance and on his weaker right foot no less. That one did take a slight deflection off Daniel Congre. Goal number 9 of the season for Kakuta, the 20th for LOSC by a summer signing. LOSC keeper Jean-Louis Lec made a series of brilliant saves before he was finally beaten, and in some style, by 18-year-old Elie Wahi. A fantastic goal, but Montpellier are winless in 8. Angers snapped a 3-game losing streak at home to Nîmes. Lucado getting his pocket picked by Lassana COULIBALY, who unselfishly teed up Pierrick CAPELLE for his 3rd of the season. COULIBALY then went from maker to taker on 35 minutes. Souleymane Doumbia with the ball in for the Mali international, notching his first top-flight goal since August of 2017. Nîmes got one back before half-time. Anthony Briançon trying to hook the ball towards goal, and CAPELLE handled in the area. The referee awarding the penalty, and runner RIPART making no mistake against his former teammate Paul Bernardoni. But Angers had the final word. A ball in from Thomas Mangani, great control from Loïs DIONY, and that was game over. 3-1, Nîmes remain bottom. Strasbourg and Reims were both locked on 24 points before their meeting at the Meno. Mehdi Chahiri was one of 3 players to hit the bar in an entertaining affair, but Thierry Laurie's Strasbourg side simply couldn't find a way through. Instead, Reims snuck it 10 minutes from time. Good work in the build-up from Nathaniel Mbuku. He slipped through to substitute Derek Kutesa. His effort blocked by Aiji Kawashima, but looping up and into the net. Reims claiming back-to-back wins for the first time since they beat Strasbourg in the reverse fixture back in November. Nice are still waiting for their first home win since October the 3rd after they conceded a late goal against Saint-Étienne. This their best chance, Alexis Claude Maurice forcing a great save from Jesse Moulin. They're there picking up 3 precious points at the death as Miguel Trauco's cross was turned in by Charles Abbey. His first league goal was a consolation against Reims. This one though, he'll really be able to celebrate. A massive result for Saint-Étienne. It's only a second win in 19 outings for Claude Puel's side. And they move 4 points clear of the drop zone. "27 goals in 9 games this weekend. Marseille-Rennes was called off after Marseille fans stormed their training ground on Saturday. No draws and actually more wins on the road than there were at home. The standout result, of course, that 3-2 win for Lorient against PSG. Lille finished the weekend in top spot for the 5th time this term, with Lyon going ahead of PSG and Monaco looking to get involved in the title race. A 6-point gap to Rennes, who have a game in hand, and only 2 points separating the next 5 teams. It is also tight down at the bottom, though that much-needed win for Saint-Étienne leaves them 4 points ahead of Nantes. Having taken 6 points in a week, Lorient have climbed into the relegation playoff place. There's another slate of midweek fixtures to come on Wednesday, with Lille heading to Bordeaux, Lyon off to Dijon and Monaco hosting their local rivals Nice. After their loss to Lorient, PSG will be looking to make a statement at home to Nîmes.